Might as well. Who cares? We're already here. We're live. Real quick. Um. Deep dive. Let's make this video. Let's get into it. All right, everyone. Some more people coming in and get everything set up here, right? Shit. Well, maybe I can do it here. Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's give it a second. Yeah. I'm gonna put this. Check out the sponsors on Revolt Radio 90.1. There it is. Sorry. Let's come on with it. UCO fan here, y'all know. So I thought, since all the upgrades would get into this, it's been a topic, but then they flopped this year. Let's be honest. I got to throw that in there too. All right, everyone, let's dive into something a little different today. I know, like, we were hyping them up all last off season, and we're hitting off season coming up again as the championships and finals are winding down, and the bowl games are in. We'll go back to D2. Oh crap! Hang on. They're fine. I fed them. Damn, every time I try to do this. Let's start over without restarting the line. Maybe we got some more people in here. What if I did my hair out like old school, like something off old '90s Nick, like this, or in the '90s period, '80s? Nah. Let's try this again. I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe I need to turn up my voice. Can't get this to work. Let's try this again. Since we're live and it may not do it, we'll turn off the radio. No, we're not. I don't got it on that thing yet. Just in case I want to get audio. Okay. That's what I'm getting at. It's not coming through. Wind's picking up now. She's leaving. That's weird. Maybe I need to check the radar. I don't. The sun's out. Let's see. All right, let's get into this. All right, everyone. Let's dive into something a little different today. An idea experiment. What if the University of Central Oklahoma actually started acting like a true Division I university? Not that they're not already D2 schools and they seem to have all the upgrades, but what if they went full D1? I don't like how it put that. It was cool. I had to rewrite it easily. Not just in claims, but visibility, programs, and community impact. What else do they need? Basically, what else do they need left? Because I think they meet all the requirements. They lowered the lowest D2. They lowered the requirements. I think they could easily get in as a D2 and play as a D1 FCS. I got different ways that they could already be playing Division I teams to have that on there to say that they could probably compete at a high level at one time in the FCS once they move. They did good last year. They flopped this year. They're supposed to blow the hell up, and they didn't. I always support them, and I'll continue. Now I've started buying tickets after they won their conference championship last year. I was like, well, let's do it. Let's see how. And I found out they were affordable. I'll probably go up with this, but let's get into it. People think going D1's impossible, too expensive, too small. Not enough tradition, but let's look at what UCO has, what it could do, and why Oklahoma, yes, you and Edmond and beyond should be paying attention. Let's go. Size and potential. Let's get on stage. First, let's get on stage. That's all right. I'm stupid. Let's set the stage. UCO is the third university in Oklahoma. That's not hype. It's been some established Division I programs. And yet it doesn't act like it. Enrollment gives you leverage, identity, and potential fan base. If you're claiming size, you have to show it. Supporting facts. UCO enrollment versus other Oklahoma schools. OU, 30,000. OSU, 35,000. UCO, 18 to 20,000. Larger than TU, which is a giant stadium. I don't want to say giant, but it does have a much larger stadium than UCO. The FBS competing against Oklahoma and things like that, but yet no attendance and a lot less people going to that school. More go to the D2 Broncos. Many legitimate Division I schools nationally are smaller than this, smaller than UCO, and manage to compete athletically. So the foundation is already there. What's missing? Strategy and visibility. And it's starting to blow up on social media, their players are doing it too. Schools like Campbell, Monmouth, stadiums, however you say it, 4 to 5,000, 4 maybe 5,500. Montana, Washington, Grizzly Stadium seats. The top with the FCS is 25,000 plus. Shows scalable. FCS success not always equal to perfect record. It's about visibility and fan engagement. So UCO doesn't need to overspend. It needs to build programs and fan culture intentionally. Opportunity or hockey opportunity. Here's a. I'm gonna quit reading the titles I give these things. Like I don't know how to read, but I'm just. You learn a lot of truth. You kind of just. It's hard to talk anymore, man. Hard to do anything. Let's get into it. Why the hockey could be another way. Here's a hidden gem. Hockey. Oklahoma has no major D1 hockey identified. Nothing with the NCAA. And if it is considered D1 like this, it's club. I think we are D1 club. And UCO could claim it. They could be the first one in Oklahoma to be NCAA Division I hockey. They only have 1 and 3 in the hockey. Allowing some loophole, recent or not, I don't know, to where Division II schools can, of course, go into. I need to stick me on these. Could go into uh, as a D1 or a D3, I believe, hockey team playing OU whatever in the finals as a Division II school. They would already have that, and not to mention they already play these Division I like Oklahoma and others in hockey. So why not early in the year during football? Because then you would get the Oklahoma fans down the road if you did make a rivalry or bring back this one, which I probably should have looked into. Because they have played each other. I've seen things way back before the split, whatever. But my point is, to see that would be awesome. So, it would be a cool thing to see at both stadiums, but you would see the OU fans pack UCO. It would give it light. ESPN would have it. You would see the stadium on national TV. Therefore, oh shit, the upgrade. A lot of people still don't know this happened. That this wayside did not have that top upper portion of seats, and it's much larger on the home side. It's in the ground. You can't see it from the road or from the college. If you're doing a campus tour, walking around the stadium, about halfway down, box the top half seats, and then down is underneath, and it's about like that on the away side. You see the top part of the seats, and that's just cool. I like the ones that are in there. It's like the College Gate U shape, still a horseshoe, whatever. And that building at the end, like TU's got one, OSU's got one. They went, instead of more seats, they went with the athletic center, the building option there on the end, and a waterfall on the other end, which I think they'll be able to build all the way around to the waterfall. I do like the look of the trees and all that, but it's out west in the flats where there's not a lot of trees anymore. Dust bowl and all that farmland. So, I do think it's cool. I do like the waterfall. I do think the seats can kind of come around, wrap around towards the waterfall. The next upgrade after you join FCS. I think the goal would be, I know it's supposed to be about hockey, but I think the goal would be just to expand, since we're looking at this, it's on screen, to expand, your away side to get more fans over there for sure. We need to go pack it the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Like OU packs all their seats. Or like, TU probably used to have a lot of fans. So everybody just wants to pick the only 2 Division I FBS teams and just go there and sell them out, and they keep upgrading. That's great, but individuality is what we're clinging to. That when it's clinging, when you get down to metaphysics. But anyway, why not? What's wrong with that? Still, they're D2. I don't get 2 flying fights. They blocked it. That's what I'm getting at. Give 2 shits. We got more cameras. We got radio coverage. I'm just saying. I think, but with the hockey, if they had a D1 team and they already had a D2 hockey, or I mean a club hockey team, boom, you got two hockey teams that play these Division 1 schools. So UCO already two hockey teams playing D1 schools, occasional exhibition games. Let's see, in football and maybe other sports. And since football's the biggest sport, you know what I mean. Division 1 hockey exists separately from FBS football cost. Schools like North Dakota, Denver, and Minnesota Duluth thrive with smaller overall athletic budgets. You could have club hockey and a D1 feeder. Regional rivalries with Texas, Colorado, and Midwest schools. Imagine UCO as the hockey school of Oklahoma. Something unique that drives identity, alumni, interest, and media attention. Because I think these games need more coverage, maybe bigger. They pack the existing. I don't know what the home side looks like anymore. It used to be smaller. I don't know if they used to have two places. I think they would. I feel like there was another place. Maybe not. I don't know. Point is, if they've upgraded it, it's not much. Dang, that just happened. So I think it'd be cool if they upgrade the seating, just kind of made it more like, they got the lights and all that. They come out and actually OU. I think OU's preparing to probably make that jump one day. The club hockey already is kind of like, here's your player, wow, wow, like they do at the NHL or the big hockey or wherever, or the minor league or, indoor football. I like spring football. It comes up, we'll do a thing on that maybe. Now UCO could have, they could thrive with a smaller budget, but they could definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? So club football, of course, being another overlooked move to high level is an overlooked high level move. Oh, I thought I read high level. Sorry. Another overlooked move is to high level club football. They exist at big schools, Ohio State, Texas A&M, and others. You can market these games online, get exposure, create rivalries without risking NCAA obligations. So you can stream them everywhere. Watch Ohio State live. Ohio State versus Texas State. Texas A&M. Right? And people will be like, what? They're playing, they got uniforms on, but they're at a different field. What's going on? Are people dressed up like some of them play at the same stadiums and like that, which I kind of wonder how that works. I think some of them play up there, and most of them have one of the practice fields for the club football games. But imagine you went to college, you played football for the Buckeyes. I mean, maybe not the A team, but this could be like a B team thing, like back in the day when youth league had like A team, B team, C team. You could have multiple basketball squads. You're playing South B this week, or whatever, however they do it. You know what I'm saying? Benefits: exposure without scholarship drain, recruiting and branding tool, alumni engagement. Two main quarterbacks, right? Maybe a few backups, but probably a lot of people you can't decide from. Well, another chance to have another roster and showcase them. To build more branding, to be like, hey, look, man, we got people. Hold on, and even like, all right, you suck, club football, brother. I tried, bro. You can switch one out. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something like that. Maybe no scholarship. You can pay to continue to be on here, but I think we want to give this quarterback down here scholarship. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. How do you not give a scholarship? Full ride. That's crazy, and they got tutors. I didn't say it. You could have a D2 football team competing in AA and a club team building high visibility. 2 tracks, 1 identity. hockey and club football. Here's the two-track model. That makes sense. Structures. The D2 double A D2 football, club football, double A hockey, if approved, you'll be at D1, by the way, because there's no D2. There's only three in one. This lets UCO test fan interest, build culture, and improve support before scaling. But also just come out. We got all this other shit going on. Twice the football games within a year, folks. My school has fucking two football teams. Vibes, right? Fuck you guys. You know what I'm saying? We watch these motherfuckers here. And then maybe early in the week I'll watch, or whenever they play, I'll watch the other ones with a shorter schedule, which we'll go look up, see how that did this year. Forgot all about that. Started as a club. So I don't know. Let's see. I don't know how to do it. Stadium size and environment. Here's the fun part. Stadiums. UCO doesn't need a huge arena to look like a D1 school. Facts for context. FCS stadiums often small. Parker Lane Campbell's Campbell Stadium, Barker Lane, 5,500 seats. Central Connecticut, at Root Field, 5,500. Houston Baptist FCS, right? Houston Baptist. I need to look up to them, I guess. 55 or 5,000. Husky Stadium. Let's see. Montana though, mid-size. Mid-size Washington Grinnell. That's crazy. Northern Colorado FCS 17-game losing streak. North Dakota State 39-game winning streak. So the low ones, you know what I mean? I don't know. You're gonna have people that lose everywhere, and that's what's crazy. You can see right now people want to just bandwagon. That's why I joined them. That's why this has been my team. I didn't do OU. There's times where they suck too, but there's a big FBS team that has no. There's a few of them that have no fans. Kent State being one of the lowest occupancies with a large capacity. TU, bigger stadium than this. We pack the home sides, but traditionally with the high school like setup, whatever, or just traditional football being the away team over there, that's kind of like not a lot of the movement. But me and my buddy Rob was like, yeah, that side's way better. I don't know what it is. You get to see the home team, you get to see the home crowd on the side, or the home side of the stand, or the press box. That's why I think they shouldn't just put the camera out of the press box. I think they should have a camera on the other side up there that even if they do aim it like this, a way that they can show the crowd and they can show the whole look from that side. Like college and NFL has both on the big schools. But yeah. Wish I could have went to that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the bike for sure. We're gonna try to tailgate with this little RV if it's there, and then this bike. Well, if they left the yard, I don't know. But yeah, the bike will be for the away games. Save gas money. Get this bike going with a better engine. Even small stadiums can generate electric game day atmosphere. Winning, losing streaks are part of growth and identity building. You show could scale seating, and they're doing that as fan interest grows. It's not about size, about experience, energy, and consistency. Come on, next year let's go to all games. It's just, sometimes season like that, people practice a little harder, and you just kind of, not really because of the hype of how you did last year. You kind of gets to the head, and sometimes it kind of just, a lot of things happen. I'm not accusing that here, I don't know. But they got multiple outfits. They got the black one, the white one, they got the multiple different helmets, the multiple different uniforms, they got the yellow ones. I think I like those. The black Bronco, I think, and then they got like a black one with the yellow Bronco like this. They got the baby or dark blue like those. Kind of like the black ones better, I don't know. Even though that's their three colors, it's tricolor, trifecta. Fan engagement and the Norman effect. What makes Norman special? Walkable game day atmosphere, student presence, restaurants, bars, and stores that feed excitement. UCO could create the same Edmond-size ecosystem, which would be cool. I mean, you're starting to get, you got a little thing, a few things that they set up down the, by the cafeteria. They had a thing when I went, the games I went to, and that was cool. I like getting there early and just watching with a, tailgate, type vibes, or with other tailgaters, just kind of chilling, walking around, checking scores, looking at the school, hanging out till it starts. Small bars, food strip on game day, tailgating zones, student sections, away side seating for visiting fans. Oh, they got that already, but I think they got the away side tailgates too. There's no merchandise. It's about showing community identity, not just copying OU, and that's not really what we're doing, even though they kind of done that with the second mascot, right? With the Buddy Bronco and Cousin Buck, or however that works. That's crazy as they're raising that grandkid just to stare at a tablet and not play outside because they're fucking lazy ass fucking vaccinated brain dead. Anyway, that reminded me of that. The mascot branding. Branding matters. UCO adding a second Bronco comes in cousin as a smart brute. UCO just can't talk anymore, bro. UCO adding a second Bronco cousin is a smart move. Why it works. Kids and students love mascots, social media content opportunities, alternative jerseys, and marketing angles. A small but signals investment in identity. Winning and losing narrative. Even top FCS programs have ups and downs. Losing streaks are a part of building credibility and momentum. In North Dakota State, 39-game FCS streak, gold standard. Northern Colorado, 17-game losing streak, shows small programs survive through rough patches. UCO can grow while building fan engagement. See, it's all about the fans. It's all about just competing. It's all about, like, hey, I played OU, you know what I'm saying? I didn't make nothing like OU, but I played them bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to see OU and UCO now. Like, come on. Bedlam was cool. It still is, but this would be awesome. So last I heard, I think they were looking for a conference, maybe preferably wanting to join their own, with some talks like adding D2 teams, like a few D2 teams, including Northeastern State of Tahlequah. I don't know. I mean, they kind of doing okay. They're rebranding too. Maybe they wanted to. They got out of that conference before UCO did. Still in it, and they was going. What I heard, playing non-conference this year in football only, as they rebrand. Kind of a bare stadium. I don't know if they got a lot of atmosphere over there in Tahlequah. But they should if you live around eastern Oklahoma, Tahlequah, you know what I mean? Anywhere in eastern Oklahoma. If you're not down there by Durant. Tahlequah's your next nearest, east central Oklahoma to the south. Perfect college spot there. Why people think it's lame. I don't know, I just think it could be, you know what I'm saying? Community and media is the last thing I think that they need. UCO needs media coverage, and occasionally they get on TV, a local channel, the Spot, or whatever. I mean, the local, whatever, 52, 48, whatever it is. Student engagement, and last time I heard that they was on TV, they all reported halftime or in the game, it cut to something else. So I don't know. I don't know, like y'all run the meter on that shit instead of a set price. I don't know what goes on, but man, you had half of it right. Pretty close, it's not. Even small programs. They need media coverage, student engagement, alumni support, even though small programs can gauge your visibility via streaming games on YouTube, Twitter, ESPN Plus. Can charge for it like you already do. I don't know, it should be free. A lot of small D2 schools don't charge. A lot of conferences let them stream it for free. Others require a paywall and a MIAA network, which looks professional, you know what I mean? I guess you would say it would look like the D1s. They used to have a Big 12 network, right? UCO doesn't need to go copy OU or OSU. It needs to be the only school doing its own way. Third largest university in the state. Metro location with fan potential. Multi-sport visibility. Two-track model for growth. Stadium and branding that scale naturally. If UCO claims to be third largest, it's time to act like it. Well, it's time to act like it. Sorry. Let's back our Broncos. I mean, what do you think? Would you go to a club football game? AA hockey? Fill a 15K stadium in Edmond? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I think they can do it. I think they match all the characteristics naturally. The history of that home side being packed here, especially after. Ooh, we just gotta pack the other side, you know what I'm saying? We gotta pack the other side. So if you're in Oklahoma, you can't afford them D1, you can't afford OU or OSU games, but you go to Oklahoma City to have fun, you drive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna drive to Oklahoma City, I wanna watch a football game, there it is. It's more affordable right now. It might go up a little bit being FCS, but I think they can do it. They've been top. They've been on the rankings here in the D2. I think they can do it. Been a while since they won a championship. Honestly, I would wait a few years and try to win a few of these championships. Rebrand yourself and then come back with it. Anyway, I don't know, just watching these highlights. What do y'all think? Supposed to not be bigger, but even now it's still low key. Looks, you want to think because everything else is bigger, like the field's got to be somewhat bigger than a high school, but it's not. I mean, there it doesn't look like it, but the end zones just naturally kind of feel wider side to side. It's cool they had the state championships, like, in the D2 local team down the road here, Vian almost won. They could have won. Refs weren't giving them no chance. They were being like that. But Lions kind of being like that too. They could have played a lot harder. But it gives them a chance to pretend that they're college. They play on the field, whether they make it further than high school. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, you know. I always thought that was cool. I guess that's it. I don't even know if they're streaming yet because the way the internet's been messing up. See, it's black looking like it's not even loading. I don't know. Maybe you didn't see me at all while I said that, or partially because I'm down here. But yeah, give me a reason in the comments why you think they shouldn't be. You got my opposition to them becoming D. I kind of just lean more towards that, being the only FCS team in Oklahoma. They did that in Arkansas too. A few joined FCS, and Arkansas State joined FBS. But I think, but also why I don't want to see it, because you won't have these in-state rivalries. Northwest Oklahoma State, Southwest, Oklahoma Baptist, SNU, which they played in the spring game. That was cool. Tahlequah, NSU, in the President's Cup, gone. And whoever else locally they'd play, you know what I'm saying? As they tried to merge, they're trying to, or thought about, or in the works of merging D2 into one conference. So I don't know. Let me know what you think here. I'm gonna stay there for a second, just kind of ramble, you know, and I might chat with y'all for a while. I'm gonna chat, but you know what I'm saying. Let me know what you think. Make this viral if you're around Oklahoma. You like D2 football or FCS? Check it out, cause I want them. I'd like to see them play OU. I mean, but I also would hate to see them not play um, these other schools. Just a third Division I team would be nice. I mean, a fourth. I'm sorry, a fourth. I forget TU exists. I'm sorry, guys. That used to be my favorite game. It's Tulsa versus Oklahoma. Whenever they would play each other, it wasn't always every year. But it's been a lot of times in my life, or a few times, more than once. Also, for all you truthers that watch my other stuff, and you sports people that are probably trying to distract yourself, that are like, man, he's talking about this, but also you see my other videos. I don't apologize for anything, but I mean, because it's all facts. But I don't know, go check. I forgot what I was gonna say. I said check out something, but I can't remember. I don't know. I can't even think anymore, guys. I know too much truth. I've seen too much about what our government does, and it's all being blasted everywhere and going viral, uncensored, because they just gave up on trying to censor us on some sites because we just keep coming back harder. Because they know they don't have no money, they don't have nobody distracted watching it. As soon as you start, when everybody gets censored, they just move somewhere else. So Facebook and Instagram is chilling. Oh shit. I don't know, check it out. Check out our radio sponsor. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my hair to be a little bit longer. Wear a little tie up even.